How to stand out in a sea of AI. Artificial intelligence is now everywhere in marketing, from subject lines and email copy to images and automation. AI tools promise speed, efficiency, and scale. But as more businesses adopt the same technology, inboxes are starting to look increasingly similar. So the real challenge isn't whether to use AI, it's how to stand out when everyone else is using it too. Here's how to cut through the noise and keep your email marketing human, engaging, and effective. AI is a tool, not your voice. AI can be incredibly helpful. It can generate ideas, structure content, and help overcome your writer's block. Used well, it saves time and supports your productivity. However, problems arise when AI becomes the voice of your brand rather than a supporting tool. AI-generated emails often sound polished but generic because they're trained on the same patterns that everybody else is using. Your subscribers don't build relationships with tools, they build relationships with people. Your tone, perspective, and personality are what make your emails recognizable and memorable. So, a best practice: to use AI to assist your thinking, but always add your own voice before hitting send. Lean into real experience. AI can summarize information, but it can't replicate real-world experience. It can't talk about a customer conversation you had last week. It can't reflect on that campaign that didn't perform as expected. It can't share lessons learned from your own trial and error. These experiences are what set your emails apart. When you share insights that come from doing, not just generating, your content feels more credible and more valuable. Ask yourself, what do we know about our audience that only we can share? Be human, even if it's not perfect. AI tends to smooth out everything. Flawless grammar, neat structure, and neutral tone. Whilst that might look professional, it can also feel distant and impersonal. Human communication isn't perfect, and that's a good thing. A conversational tone, a natural phrasing, and a bit of personality to help your emails feel like they're written by a person. These small imperfections often build more trust than an overly polished copy. People are far more likely to engage with emails so that they feel genuine rather than mass manufactured. Focus on relevance, not volume. One of the biggest risks of AI is that it makes it too easy to send more emails, but more emails don't necessarily mean a better result. Sending out today is about relevance. Sending the right message to the right people and at the right time. So a thoughtful, targeted email will always perform against multiple generic messages. Quality, not quantity, is what drives engagement and your long-term trust. Tell stories, not just information. AI is very good at listing features, benefits, and summaries. What it struggles with is storytelling. Stories are what people remember. They provide context, emotion, and meaning. So in your emails, consider sharing a short customer success story, explaining why something worked or why it didn't, giving readers a behind-the-scenes look at your process. Stories make your emails more relatable and help build those stronger connections with your audience. Use AI responsibly and transparently. How you use AI matters, especially when it comes to trust. Your audience cares about authenticity, data privacy, and transparency. Over-automation or careless use of AI can undermine that confidence, particularly in regulated or public-facing sectors. Responsible use means maintaining human oversight, protecting customer data, being honest about how content is created, and staying compliant with UK regulations. The brands that stand out in the long term are the ones that people trust. AI isn't the enemy, blending it in is. The businesses that stand out are those that combine efficiently the use of AI with real human insight and experience. And, of course, personality. Use AI to support your email marketing, but don't let it be the voice that leads your conversation. At Email Blaster, we believe the most effective email marketing is smart, secure, and human, supported by technology, but not replaced by it.